You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by SnowyRadio.com. It's our commercial-free Christmas channel.
Snowy.
I had a little pregnated pause to get your attention. And it's because I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Dan,
I wasn't going to tell. I knew immediately you were kind of lost in the woods there.
I'm a little out of my element over here right now.
You did fine. Sounded great. Nobody noticed.
Nobody noticed.
Nobody
Except for all this stuff.
Nobody noticed. Let's blow out some birthday candles with, ladies and gentlemen, she's around a long time ago. In fact, born in 1914. Great actress named Hedy Lamarr.
Oh, yeah.
Hedy Lamarr. Now, she was in Samson and Delilah, movie that I love, all kinds of great classic stuff. But did you know she was also a really bright lady and an inventor?
Huh. Oh, yeah, I did know this.
Hedy Lamarr came up with a radio guidance system for torpedoes.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking about like inventing some little household gadget.
Oh, she was a genius.
Holy cow.
Absolute genius.
Yeah, you just never know what talent somebody else might have.
Just somebody that played her in a movie recently. I don't remember what the movie was, but I watched a movie about it.
But I'm guessing it was not Lou Ferrigno.
No, it was somebody else.
It definitely was not.
Oh, the Incredible Hulk.
Is it his birthday?
He was magical. He could turn into Bill Bixby.
He could.
Lou is 70 today.
Nice. Talked to his son not too long ago.
I'm not surprised, John.
Sorry.
Sandra Denton.
Sandra Denton.
This is worth $1 million, guys.
I don't
if
know.
you know who that is, like in celebrity world.
Sandra Denton.
Sandra Denton.
Is it Whoopi Goldberg?
It is not. She happens to be Peppa of Salt and Peppa.
Really?
She's 62 today. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey. All right. Oh, yeah. What a man. What a man. What a man. What a mighty good man. Gotta say it again now. What a man. What a man. What a mighty good man. He's a mighty good man.
What a man.
They don't write them like that anymore.
They don't write them like that.
They don't.
They sure don't.
I love that tune.
I was just singing with Dan.
It was 1620. After literally 2 months at sea, try wrapping your head around that in 1620. 2 months at sea. Crew of the Mayflower says, we got to land right over there. Cape Cod.
Oh. I thought it was Plymouth Rock. Is that on Cape Cod? Maybe it is.
I just want to kill myself. It was 1888. Jack the Ripper. His fifth and likely very last victim, Mary Jean Kelly, found dead in her bed.
That's an interesting
Never been solved.
thing. Yeah, never has.
Without Jack the Ripper, we never would have had Bobby Darin's Mac the Knife, which is a great song.
It is a great
It is
song.
a good tune.
The glass isn't, just
Something
always
came
half
out of
empty.
it.
Yeah.
1984, you know where you were. You were buying a ticket. Wes Craven introduces the U.S. to Freddy Krueger.
Oh, I love those movies so much.
With the premiere of Nightmare on Elm
I
Street.
love those movies.
I know you do.
Every one of them.
I know you do.
Yeah.
At University of Sioux Falls, USF, their mascot is the cougar. And they have a really nice cougar statue on the campus, and his name is Freddy.
Freddy Cougar.
Freddy Cougar. That's adorable. I had
It
no
is.
idea.
It's a dad joke.
It's adorbs. If I ever go back to school to get my GED, that's where I'm going.
Good idea.
Or I'll just stay in broadcasting. Can't have it all. Well, I know, we all know. We just stumble forward here.
We're going to do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by SnowyRadio.com.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And Dan, what do you find interesting on this fine Tuesday?
Heidi sent me a little private message me with like a little 14-second video earlier, and I thought, what is this? And I looked, and then I had to actually watch it again. And then I had to actually read a little explanation. I went, that is really interesting.
Oh, wow. What was that?
I've never thought about it before.
I'm afraid to know if Heidi sent it to you through Facebook. She's been banned from Facebook a lot.
This was private messenger, though. So
Oh, okay.
I don't know where else she may have
just
posted,
saying.
but I went, wow, holy cow, is that ever interesting?
I got my hand on the bleep button just in case.
There's only ever been in the history of the world as we know it, in the history of mankind,
Yeah.
ever only one country that's been nuked, and it's Japan.
Oh, yeah.
And it happened twice.
Yeah. Within a couple weeks.
I know what you're talking about.
I never thought about it
That's
before.
a
I'm
great
going,
video.
wow. With all the wars and all the technology, and really it ain't just us that have nuclear weapons.
Right.
But that's the only one. And that was back in the mid-40s.
Yeah.
And then I got to thinking about it. I'm going, okay, not only is that interesting, but holy cow, that really made an impact. We should think about doing that more.
I don't-
Because Japan
They
just kind of went, okay,
they
whatever
straightened
you
up
need.
quick.
Whatever you need. And they've been just fantastic ever since.
Now, those were atomic bombs, right? Is
Atomic
it the
bombs,
same as
nuclear bombs, yeah, kind of, sort of.
I don't know if it's the
Sorta.
same
I don't know.
We should Google it so we can stretch this out for about 2 hours.
He's making fun of me because I Googled Plymouth Rock earlier. So. All right.
But I found that in when you consider,
Yeah, that is very interesting.
like once, just one time, one country,
Yeah.
that's been it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we learned. So, North Korea launches like all kinds of little test missiles all the time. So they're like trying to make everybody think they're going to do something.
Those are like
So,
potato guns.
pretty much.
Yeah, 12-year-olds can make those.
Oh, Dan, thank you very much, sir.
Absolutely.
That is what we call Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. I'm John with a fun comparison. Some puppies are purebred and they cost more. Others are more affordable. And then there are free puppies. Nobody really knows where they come from, but they're free. In the advertising world, it's like that too. There are some super expensive ways to advertise if you can afford it. And there are some free things you've probably tried, but those dogs rarely work. Radio is kind of like that middle puppy. Affordable, will snuggle with you, and hopefully not pee on the rug. Radio advertising. Super affordable, a great investment, and man's best friend. Try it and let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life. Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. And I think we should make plans to go there today.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm thinking this afternoon we should hang there. We should park the car out front because people have been asking where they could go to see this car, and I haven't had like a scheduled stop.
I'm talking about the car. You're talking about the planes, trains,
Yeah.
and automobile.
Yeah, and I was out
Yes,
driving
yes.
it yesterday, and I had people snapping my photo, and then I had people sending me messages. Hey, I saw you driving. I'm like, well, I didn't get the message because I was busy driving, but I'm going to go hang this afternoon for a bit at Kaladi's. You guys are both welcome to join me.
Yeah, because I'm seeing some little flurry, some snow activity.
Oh.
Weather here come Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday.
It's gonna get chilly in this car with no top.
If you're like me, you're totally zeroed in on what City Hall is doing, and I
Yeah.
guess it's
Yes.
either around 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4. I don't know. What's the city council up to? Well, they're still going over this whole garbage ordinance thing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know your garbage is not really up to you? Because it's not, darn it. But
Nothing
we-
is up to you
We didn't
anymore.
know this till like a month or so ago.
Yeah.
We went because both you guys, you put your trash at the end of the
We
drive.
do.
I move mine out onto the boulevard
Yep.
when,
Yeah.
when it's trash day. Apparently, that's against city ordinance.
Really?
In fact, your trash receptacles should be kind of hidey-holed away from the general public. They should be stashed somewhere on your property behind a garage or whatnot. But a number of people, they switched up on that during the pandemic.
Yeah.
They allowed everyone to move it out curbside.
Right.
Now, I'd do it just because
Just to be courteous
just
to the
because.
carrier.
And I love my carrier, Nick and Tim
Right.
Sweeney. Sweeney
Great
Sanitation.
dudes.
I put
Yeah,
mine
that's
out
why we
there.
do it too.
But this has become a thing now. They are debating this and what should be done about it. And it looks like they may totally turn the ordinance upside down, where now you're going to have to move your trash out.
I think it's only right.
Honestly, I think it should be up to the person.
Well,
You're going to tell me where to put
Well,
my garbage can?
the carriers need to know what. There's got to be a standard. I mean, they can't be hunting around for people's garbage cans if they're supposed to be out on the curb.
Scavenger.
it literally
Hey, you never-
says Sioux Falls City Ordinance currently forbids, and that's the word they use, forbids
insane.
residents from putting their garbage cans curbside, even on pickup day, stating that cans must be stored in a, quote, inconspicuous place at all
I have always
Never heard
put
of
it on the
such a
curb,
thing.
and nobody's ever said anything to me.
Well, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Conspicuous place.
While these people duke it out down at City Hall on your dime, do whatever you want because there ain't nobody doing nothing about it anyway.
Exactly. All of our
I didn't
neighbors.
pick up my garbage. Well, I couldn't find the can. Well, it was in the backyard behind the shed.
All of our
I
neighbors.
had it in the guest room out of sight.
That's quite odd that you couldn't find it.
My trash was in the hot tub.
I found it just fine. That is so bizarre.
It is bizarre.
Now, I could see when they're saying curbside, I've never rolled mine right to the curb because I think
Right.
that would be dangerous. A little gust of wind, you could have garbage cans in the road.
That's true. I mean, mine is secured where I
Yeah.
put it.
And
but,
mine
yeah.
is out by the sidewalk, but it's not curbside, so.
And hey, by the way, for the best in sanitation service, and
Absolutely.
recycling, Sweeney Sanitation Service
Absolutely.
will fix your wagon, and the
They'll
price
take
is nice too.
Yeah, and whatever you're paying right now, I bet they'll beat it because they're darn good. They're very, very good.
Yeah, and they'll go the extra mile. If you want to hide your trash, they'll find it.
They'll find it. Send them on a scavenger hunt. Just leave a little note out by the road.
It's awesome. They like that stuff.
Where's your can? It's on the roof, on the back of the
I'm
house.
going to get a call next week from Nick. What did you do?
Why are you telling people to throw their garbage on the roof?
It's taken us 30 minutes to pick up people's trash.
Bring a step ladder. All right, so don't put it on the roof. But no, Dan, I appreciate you giving me that update because I honestly, until you just said that, I didn't know any of that was going
Hey,
on.
my finger's on the pulse, man.
It is.
Yes, it
really
is. Always.
All right, coming up, we got some news to get to. Dan will have that for us. It's so fresh, he's still making it up. It's on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by SnowyRadio.com.
Snowy.
Many new students sign up for credit cards that are not very good. Have a conversation about how to properly use credit so they don't learn this lesson the hard way. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Want one that offers points? We have those. Want a card to help you build credit? We have those too. Bettercreditcards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We are going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. I've got Gail joining me from Big Paws Canine. Gail, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, John. Thank you so much. How are you?
I am great. I always love chatting with you. You're just a fun person to talk to. And we got something really cool to talk about right now. We're going to talk about Tire Motive and a thing that they've done the last couple of years during November. When people go in and get their oil change, you guys get a little spiff for every single person that does that. That's really cool.
It absolutely is, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
It's a really neat thing, and we're going to come back to that and talk about Tire Motive and how you can contribute to Big Paws Canine through them. But first, let's talk about Big Paws Canine. How long has this been around? And for people that are not familiar, let's talk about what you guys do. It's really cool.
Well, we train and donate service companion animals for disabled veterans and former first responders injured in the line of duty. Those folks can come and train with us either if they just want a well-behaved dog or if they want to have their animal trained to assist them with their disabilities in their daily life.
And I like one of the times we talked, you talked about how they literally and figuratively open doors for people, because one of the things they can do is there are times that that's one of the things that they're trained to do is actually literally open doors for people.
Yes, sir. We can either get them to reach up and tap the handicapped door button so that the door automatically opens, or we have the dogs trained to actually open the doors themselves by the handle.
That is really cool. And the thing that I love the most about this, we've got some amazing people who've, put their life on the line. They've given their all, and now they have a need. And I love the fact that Big Paws Canine is there to help fill that need at no cost to the veteran, to the first responder. I think that is just an amazing, beautiful, wonderful thing.
Well, we truly believe that our veterans and former first responders have already paid enough with their service. So it's only makes sense that we don't charge them for the dogs.
Now, if there's somebody listening that's going, I love this idea, and at our company, we try to make a contribution to somebody every year. We'd like to make a contribution to Big Paws. How do they reach out to you to facilitate something like that, whether it's a company or a person that would like to contribute to Big Paws?
Well, either way, they can go on our website to get our contact information, and we are the Midwest region. And the great thing about any donations given in South Dakota, it means that they're going to stay in South Dakota to help South Dakota veterans and former first responders. And everything is tax deductible.
It's a 501c3 nonprofit. If people would like to make a contribution, what is the website they go to, Gail?
You go to bigpawscanine.com.
And that's all spelled out, so it's not like a letter and a number. It's bigpawscanine.com. And then now let's go back to Tire Motive, because here's another simple way you can contribute. Because if you're going, boy, I can't afford this time of year to do any extra. Well, you probably need an oil change anyway. If you don't need one now, you're going to need one soon. So reach out to the folks at Tire Motive. They'll do an amazing job of giving you the best oil change ever. And a portion of what you're paying for that oil change goes directly to Big Paws. This is such a neat thing. And again, like I said, you need an oil change anyway. So it just makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, Gail?
Absolutely. It's that time of year where we've got to prepare for what Mother Nature is going to bestow upon us. And getting your oil changed is the first step in doing that.
Absolutely. And you can reach out to the folks at Tire Motive in Sioux Falls. I'm going to throw a link on our Facebook page to make it really easy to find all of this information. And I'll put a link to your website as well, Gail. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit with me.
Thank you. It's always a great time with you, John.
Again, Gail is with Big Paws Canine Foundation. If you'd like to find them online and make a contribution directly, I encourage you to do that. bigpawscanine.com.
Merry Christmas! Oh, you're not ready for that yet. How about Happy Halloween? At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all of the fun holidays throughout the year with funny, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we have a gift idea for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day, whether you buy these weird gifts or not. It's worth checking out, just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
And it's time right now for the newsiest news we do. It's time for news with Dan Farris.
Burn the midnight oil, wearing out shoe leather, banging on this, demanding answers. That's what I do. Hey, jump in the news bus. We're going down to Oklahoma City. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. Three, count them, three, not one, not two, three, are suing Oklahoma County jail employees who investigators have found and have evidence at these jail employees forced these three inmates to stand handcuffed for hours at a time, listening to the song Baby Shark on repeat.
Oh, man.
Attorneys for the three former inmates have filed the civil rights lawsuits yesterday in Oklahoma City federal court. And the beat is going to go on. This is ugliness, John and Heidi. Ugliness. Daniel Hedrick, Joseph Joey Mitchell, and Johnny Basco are suing Oklahoma County Commissioners, Sheriff Tommy Johnson III, the jail trust, and two former jailers, describing disciplinary tactics as, quote, torture events. Criminal investigation last year determined at least 4 inmates were secured to a wall with handcuffs.
Holy cow.
While the song played on an endless loop at a loud volume for hours in 2 separate incidences in November and December. In the lawsuit, attorneys called repeatedly playing Baby Shark a known device to torment. In fact, they pointed out in another case that in West Palm Beach, Florida, that song was blasted outside of event centers in 2019 to keep the homeless from sleeping outdoors at night.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I would agree that song is torture.
The 4th former inmate, Brandon Newell, did not join that lawsuit, although he was treated in much the same manner, as he was convicted of first-degree murder and has other things on his mind. Jury trial in the criminal case is set for February, and I'll be following that like a bloodhound on crack. Wow. Anybody up for all sports?
Yes.
Do this. Brought to you by Hockey Headquarters, Sanford Sports Complex. Everything hockey. Brand spanking new, used to, and figure skating. Oh, this sports story, this reporter, me, is already pretty much tired of. Packer quarterback Aaron Rodgers tested positive for COVID last week.
Yep.
After earlier this summer said he was immune. Turns out he was not, whatever. But he got the Rona. He got pulled from playing for 10 days. As a direct result of that, and you never know for real, but the Pack did lose to the Chiefs on Sunday 13-7. This past Sunday, only their second loss of the season. They had to rely on backup quarterback 14-year-old Jordan Love. Meanwhile, Aaron makes a lot of do-re-mi with endorsements.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Great big Wisconsin healthcare organization. Think Sanford, but drunk on Leinenkugel.
Okay.
They jerked the chain on that, terminated that endorsement deal. And so then the buzz has been around the media. What's State Farm going to do? Because that's big ching. That's worth about 10, 12 mil to Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Spokesman for State Farm just came out and said,
I love that.
We're going to kind of stay the course here, saying that they respect Rodgers' right to basically make his own choices.
That's right. I love that.
Totally defying the woke crowd, which is refreshing considering that until the racial unrest of this last summer across the country, Jake from State Farm was a Caucasian.
Do you
Yes,
remember
he
that too?
was.
You go, State Farm.
Yes, he was.
And that's a wrap from the sunny 93.3 News Desk. I'm Dan Farris, reminding you of news. News to me. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, November 9th, 2021. Equities were mostly steady Monday to start the week. The S&P 500 advanced less than 0.25% to set a new all-time high in the process. Traders are focused on earnings and the economy with the October reads of CPI and PPI due out this week. Both the CPI and the PPI are expected to accelerate on a month-to-month basis. The question is, by how much? With the FOMC already set to begin tapering, a hotter-than-expected number will move up the timeline for interest rate hikes as well. The CME FedWatch tool is expecting at least one interest rate hike by June of 2022. If inflation continues to rise unabated, that could easily become May or even April. The takeaway for investors is that as bad as rising rates are, it will be quite some time before interest rates put a cap on economic growth. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.